What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joeywerk. I'm back. Rump your bets, ready to roll, ready to roll, ready to roll. Last time you guys saw me was when was it? It was last night. I gave out a free play of Chicago White Sox first five. That was a loser, unfortunately, making my free play record now 11 and 10. I did give a nice unit back. They did have multiple chances to win that game. It was 2-2 after five. They had a couple chances in the top of the fifth to score some runs and take the lead, but unfortunately, that was a loss. So, hey, slow and steady wins the race, as you guys know. But I'm going to run through this whole slate. I see we got some people in here already. Robert, Larry, Thomas, we the people. Much love to you guys hanging out. I better plug my computer in or it's going to die any minute. So it's plugged in. It's not plugged in here. There we go. We're here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. But we'll go game by game here on tomorrow's slate. Much love. First game is 12:35 early start in Baltimore. Montgomery versus Zimmerman. I'm seeing Orioles plus 180. On the comeback, we have the Yankees minus 208. Jesus Christmas. Minus 200 for the New York Yankees. The under over set at 8. Should be an interesting matchup. Montgomery has got no run support this year at all. It's really, really unfortunate. He's pitched good. Even last year, he pitched really good. He had I want to say 24 out of 30 starts were quality starts last year. That's not an exact number, but it's very close to that. And then this year, he hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs, except for his first start where he struggled. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any start. He normally goes as 5-6 innings almost every start as well. He got raised in the low threes, barely at 3. His strikeouts, he strikes out a little less than one batter per inning. He rarely walks anybody. I know last start he struggled a little bit on the road against White Sox, but now he gets a Baltimore team he pitched against on April 27th. 5 2/3, 2 earned runs he gave up against his team. And if you guys have been following Baltimore Park, there's only been 1 home run hit to left field in this whole year. It was by Aaron Judge. This whole year, 1 homer was hit to left field. That was the fence that they moved back. So you can see they moved it back. Now they have it's kind of awkward if you see the ball hit out there, but they moved it back, I want to say 15 feet, 20 feet. And it used to be just a flat line. Now it's really weird. It's hard for me to describe here. I sound like an idiot, but yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff here. Do I think the runs are going to be scored? I don't know. Zimmerman, another guy who's actually pitched pretty good. Yankees are good versus lefties. Zimmerman is not really, he's pitched good this year, but you go past this year, his numbers are not good. His numbers, even in the minors, were not very good. So it's not really a guy I trust. I do think, he's given up at least 2 runs, 3 runs in his last couple starts. Again, he pitched against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium on April 28th, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Another guy doesn't walk many people, strikeouts a little less than 1 per inning. I do expect regression from this guy. That's for damn sure. He's not keeping this up. Bruce Zimmerman is not keeping this up. I'm sorry. His numbers last year, he had a 5 ERA and 13 starts. His numbers even in the minors, his ERA in the minors, 3-year average is 5.62. I mean, the guy is not that good. I get it. He started good this year. The Yankees have a 4.06 weighted on base percentage versus this guy. Slugging 585 slugging percentage versus this guy. I mean, the Yankees are going to score some runs. It just do the Orioles. On the other hand, the Orioles probably don't score. At minus 200, obviously the line is fair if you ask me. I'm not going to touch the line, but it's lean pass, but it's a lean with the Yankees. First 5, you want to lay the half run. I wonder what that comes down to. First 5 half run if you lay it. Minus 130, minus 120 at FanDuel. DraftKings is offering -1 at plus 105. So obviously I'm not very interested in that. But that's the lean is with the Yankees. I'm not going to take the play. Maybe, the Yankees are on the road. I'm not totally against you laying a 1.5. I know the Orioles would have covered a 1.5 tonight, but the Orioles don't scare me. They do play good at times, but man, Montgomery has been well. So 8 runs is probably about where it should be. Probably should be 7.5, maybe 7 in this park. I expect the Yankees to score 4 or 5. How many did the Orioles score? Probably not much. So That's where I'm at on this game. Be around Malibu. Much love, my guy. Thanks for hanging out. As always, positive mojo. Guys, hit that like button for me. I don't really ask for much. Just hit the like button. You know, your favorite cappers are watching this. They're going to recruit my notes and give their plays out based on what I'm saying here. So I'm doing this all for free. Just please hit the like button. That's all I ask. Comment in the comment section. That's really all I ask, you know. Especially if you're coming over via Twitter. Like last time I posted one of these tweets, I had 85 people click the link because at the analytics show how many people clicked the link. 85 people clicked the link. I got 22 likes or something. 20 likes, 80 people clicked the link. I mean, do I ask for much? It doesn't hurt you to hit the damn like button, right? Even if you're another capper stealing my picks, who cares? Hit the fucking like button, all right? Because I know what's happening. All right. Next we got is San Diego, Philly. Philly minus 120 favorite. Yu Darvish versus Kyle Gibson. Is that correct? Yes. Yu Darvish versus Kyle Gibson. Ooh la la. Here's the first one we're going to attack, I want to say. So Philly's basically the exact opposite of the Orioles park. Philly's park has been a lot of overs. 22 and 14 to the over in Philly. Or actually, that's the Phillies game. So in Philly, they're 9 and 10 to the over, but a lot more games have been pushing to the over. Let me just confirm that is full game here. Full game over. No, that was first 5. See, there we go. Full game over is Phillies 8, 9, and 2. All right. Well, Phillies have played a lot of over games, and I feel like the ball has actually been flying out of this park. If you watch the games, a lot of watch the games. Joey's leans usually cash. Joey late night winners. Appreciate you, Ryan, captain. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, Yu Darvish versus Kyle Gibson. Darvish has been hit or miss. You know, he doesn't. The last couple starts he has got hit hard, but then there's starts where he pitches really great. You know. The problem is he's not missing that many bats, which is scary. You know, 39 innings, 32 strikeouts. Strikeout numbers are down. He gave up 5 earned in Atlanta last start. Gave up a couple runs versus Pittsburgh and Miami, the 2 starts before that. And then he pitched all really well the 4 first starts of the year, I guess. I mean, he did get blasted in San Fran. He's definitely a guy that prefers to pitch at home, as his road ERA has shown. Even this year has shown it's pretty damn ugly. This year's road ERA is almost 8. His home ERA is 1.37. He's playing in a hitter's ballpark. So where's the total in this game? The total I have, hold on, let me just pull up the total. Total first 5 is at 4. Full game, you could get it at 8 everywhere. I guess it opened at 7.5. It's got bet up to 8, which is understandable. San Diego is pretty healthy. I want to say that Luke Voit is back. Obviously, they're still missing Fernando Tatis Jr., but Voit is back in the lineup. Hosmer, Machado, they're still very scary. And Gibson on the other end. Gibson's, throws pretty hard, always mixes in his stuff, but this guy's been basically a career middle-of-the-line starter. He's like a 3-4 starter his whole career. He's never been that great guy. He's never been, a terrible guy, but I mean, he's been middle of the road, and his ERA shows. His ERA is in the 4. That's basically where his ERA has been almost his whole career. 4.4 is his ERA his whole career. Pitched in Minnesota for a long time, went to Texas, and now he's on these Phillies team who, definitely score some runs. So the last couple starts, his last start he gave up 6 earned against the Dodgers. So I'm going to throw that one out. He pitched against the Mets good the last 2 starts before that. Colorado, hit or miss. Miami, again, hit or miss. Then he had one good start against Oakland. His BVP versus this team. That is interesting to me. 168 at-bats the Padres have, batting .352 x-weighted on base percentage, slugging .414. Decent numbers. I mean, striking them out 14% of the time, which isn't going to get the job done. So I do expect some runs here. So I'm going to go and take, the Phillies bullpen is terrible, that the Phillies bullpen could get me over in a heartbeat. So this is a game that I'm not going to take a first 5. Even though I do expect the runs to be scored here, I'm not going to take a first 5. It is an early game. So, and as I say, I cannot trust this Phillies bullpen. So first official play, I want this full game. First official play, full game over 8. Best line I'm seeing is via Caesars. Via Caesars minus 110. Full game over 8, minus 110 via Caesars. That'll be my first official play. Let me write this down for everybody. Full game over 8. Full game over 8. Caesars minus 110. And that is San Diego versus Philly. All right. Next game I got is St. Louis versus the Mets. Under over is set at 7. Looks like it opened at 7.5. Got bet down a little bit to 7. And we're seeing St. Louis plus 135, plus 140, and the Mets minus 160. Excuse me. Bassett versus Dakota Hudson here. The Bassett Hound. I bet against him his last start. Unfortunately, he pitched really well. Bassett is not, I'm not crazy about this guy, but obviously the Mets park is definitely pitcher friendly. As you guys see, all these under-overs are 7, 7.5, 8. Like, this is not – they haven't switched these balls back yet, Last year, these numbers were 9s, constantly 9s, 8.5s, some 9.5s, We're barely seeing 9s. Barely ever seeing 9s unless it's, hitter-friendly park like Coors Field or sometimes in Philly. But, geez, oh, geez. And Dakota Hudson, not really a guy I trust. I know he's pitched. He started the year terrible. Started the year really bad, 3 innings, 4 innings, 3 earned runs in both starts. And then he has slowly pitched a little better, but he's only pitched over 5 innings, 3 starts against Cincinnati, Arizona, and Kansas City. Are the 3 starts to pitch more than 5 innings. So those are bottom barrel offensive teams in the league. Do I think he's going to pitch a lot here? I probably not. The Mets probably get to him here. It's just who do I trust on the back end? And I probably do trust Bassett on the back end. Let's check some BVP numbers here. They only seen him 39 at bats, so basically I'm going to throw it out. Not really crazy about that. And they probably seen him, more than likely in the National League or when he pitched with Oakland, so they haven't seen really much of him. They get going to Citi Field, early game. Which bats do I definitely like the Mets better. I know the Mets have struggled. I think they're 11-9 their last 20. They started off killers with no underwear on. Now they're struggling. So 11-9 their last 20. Not exactly something I want to back at a heavy minus 160 price. But definitely the lean is with the Mets. I'm not totally against taking the Mets first 5. If you guys want to lay the half run, let me see what that number is. First 5. If you want to lay the half run, I'm not totally against it. Half run plus 100, plus 102 at FanDuel is the best line. Mets first 5, lay the half run. I do think the Mets score off of Hudson, and Bassett should be able to limit this St. Louis team. St. Louis offense, I'm not really afraid of. The NL Central, I think, is a joke of a division. The NL Central is poops. I said it last year. They were overrated. I said last year, the AL and NL Central, all the teams are overrated. And honestly, it looks the same this year. The White Sox have not been what they're supposed to be. That's for damn sure. The Indians or Guardians have played well thus, obviously there's some surprise teams, but Milwaukee does not scare me. Their offense poops. Their rotation is good, but they really got only Cy Burns right now. Woodruff hasn't looked the same, so Central I think is poops on both ends, but I'm not totally against laying the half run with the Mets in the first 5. I'm going to move on to the next game. Well, maybe I'll come back to that if I don't. Next game we have is the Cincinnati versus Cleveland, the Reds versus the Guardians or Indians, whatever the hell you want to call them. I got Cale Quantrill versus Tyler Mahaley. So this was a hangover from today. They were supposed to play today. The game got canceled, rained out, whatever happened. And they're playing tomorrow. I'm not sure if they're playing a doubleheader, but this game is at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow might have been an off day, so they might just be playing one game. Let me just double check. Yeah, they're only playing one game. So Mahaley versus Quantrill. Mahaley, I think, is actually much better than his numbers say. He definitely is going to have some positive regression coming his way. Plus 115 on the money line. Cale Quantrill minus 130, minus 135 on the comeback. Definitely not interested in betting Cale Quantrill at minus 130. Obviously, this Indians team continues to get on base because they hit singles. Their on base percentage is top 5 in the league. They don't exactly score as many runs, and the slugging is not very good, and they strike out a lot, but a team that gets on base a lot is going to win games. 16 and 18, this team's going to be middle of the pack. This is exactly what I said during the preview videos before the season started. I think this team's going to, upset some people. On paper, the team doesn't look good, but Stephen Kwan comes out of nowhere. The guy that just went on the DL that was raking, Josh Naylor, who they got in a trade. They find these guys and they deliver. Miles Straw at the top of the lineup. Andres Jimenez is playing great, who they got over from the Mets in the Lindor trade. So, this team will continue to deliver, and the Reds, hard team to bet on. 36 games into the season, they won 10 of them. Hard team to bet on. They have a lot of injuries in that lineup still. But, I guess, Mihaly, he is a 5.89 ERA thus far this season, but the guy pitches in the Great American Small Park, so you definitely have to take that into advantage, because when he's out of the park, there's definitely a bump up when he's out and not pitching in his home ballpark. That's another park where the overs are somewhat high, because the park is so small, you could pop it out. But he has pitched recently good his last couple starts. I know he pitched against the Pirates. The last 2 starts only allowed 2 earned runs in both of them, 8 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts. Against Milwaukee, he did struggle on the road, and he pitched against the Dodgers on the road as well. So his number's not great, but I definitely see him pitching a little better. He might not get many more wins because his team is not good on the offensive end, but his ERA should definitely drop. And his xFIP shows. His xFIP's only in the 4s, while his ERA is almost 6. So, the advanced numbers tell more of it for Cale Quantrill as well. Quantrill's ERA is 3.9, and his xFIP is almost in the 5s. So, another guy, the guy gave up 10 hits last start against the White Sox. He definitely prefers to pitch at home. He's only allowed 5 earned runs in 10 innings at home, but another guy that continues to give up runs. And this year, he has had trouble walking people. He's walking almost a person per every other inning. He's walking somebody, which is definitely not a recipe for success in this league, okay? This is his fourth league in the majors, fourth season in the majors. His ERA last year was really good, but if you looked at the advanced numbers, there was regression coming. Here comes regression. His ERA is in the 4s, something what I expect. So this is a dog or pass spot for me. This is a dog or pass spot, the Reds or nothing. So this is going to be a pass, but it's Reds or nothing here. I appreciate everybody. B-Rad, you look tired, my man. I appreciate you doing this video. Joey, let's fucking go. I am tired, bro. This is my 3rd job of the day. It's 12 o'clock midnight. I worked 9 to 5 all day. Then I came home, sold some cards, and now I'm here. I just got off the live stream for the cards. Now I'm here, putting in 16-hour days every day. But, I'm grinding. I'm out here grinding. I appreciate you. That's why I appreciate you all. But if you guys are into cards, I do. I have this Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton. This is out of 5. Gem Mint 10, already graded. There's no card. This is a pop 1, meaning there's population of 1. There's no card higher than this one of this card. We're going to razz this card off 20 spots, 100 a spot on High Stake Breaks, which is my card breaking company. If you guys are into cards, High Stake Breaks, you can follow them on Instagram. I'm going to post this tomorrow on a Raz, and we'll do it live probably Friday night. I'll do it live on TikTok. So go do me a favor. If you got any winners from me, go and follow High Stake Breaks on Instagram. I really appreciate it, man. I also have an Anthony Edwards that I got. We're going to probably Raz. Anthony Edwards out of 65, PSA 9 rookie. So much love, everybody. But let's keep up with these winners here. All right, next game has got White Sox versus Royals. Vince Velasquez versus Carlos Hernandez. My guy Carlos Hernandez has started the year not as good as I expected. Holy hell. This guy was a bet-on pitcher last year for me. Won me a lot of coin. Won all of us a lot of coin. If you followed me last year, he won us all a lot of coin. And now this year, what is going on? I think I bet on him one time this year. I've taken a back seat and basically watched. So I bet on him one time, thank God, because he has got rocked. His ERA is in the 9s. He started 6 games, 26 and 2/3 innings. He's allowed 27 runs. He's allowed a run per inning. ERA is 9. What are we doing, Carlos? His strikeouts are down. He's walked more people than he struck out. His whip is in the 2. Come on, my guy. I get it. He played in Colorado. He played the Yankees. played Minnesota, Cleveland, but, I mean, he pitched in Baltimore. He gave up 6 runs in Baltimore. And as I mentioned earlier, Baltimore is not a park that's scoring runs in. Not a guy I really trust at this moment. I know last year he had 11 starts, 3.68 ERA. He pitched a lot of the bullpen as well last year. I think he had 85 innings-ish. And he was, a decent touted prospect. He came he skipped AA. He pitched barely in AAA, came right up to the majors. So I guess we were due for this because he skipped a lot of his minor league career, and now he's finally getting adjusted. The batters have also seen him a couple times around, so definitely a little bit of regression his way. And now he gets Vince Velasquez, who is poops as well. I mean, Uncle Vince, his advanced numbers very bad. 5.95 ERA. He's got, the guy is getting rocked as well. 27 innings he's allowed, 17 earned runs, 12 walks, 25 strikeouts. Last start, he pitched against the Yankees at home, 7 earned runs. He gave up 3 homers. Just a couple starts before that weren't bad, though. He pitched against Boston and the Angels, 5 innings each start, only allowed 1 run in those 2 starts. But then he goes in Minnesota. He gives up 5 earned. So, in versus Tampa Bay, gave up 3 earned. Vince Velasquez is not a guy I want to put my money on. This is basically a toss-up game, and you're getting Vince Velasquez minus 150, minus 145. The White Sox are the better offense, but do I trust them? Not exactly. They haven't been hitting. I mean, freaking Zach Greinke shut them down today. He scored 2 runs against Zach Greinke and the Kansas City Royals today. They're 18-18 on the year. This team is not as good it's not as good as people are talking about. This team is a 500 team right now, and literally that's what they are. It is what it is. They're not that good on the offensive end. Their bullpen has blown multiple saves, and if they don't get wins out of their top of the line starters, and Dylan Cease, the guy that pitched today, they got Cease, they got why am I drawing a blank on who the fuck pitched today? Giolito pitched today. Cease got rocked his start. They also have the guy that dates Brielle Bierman, another guy that was filthy or used to date her. He's filthy as well, throws gas. They finally moved him to starting. If they're not getting wins out of these guys, they're not going to get – they're going to count on Vince Velasquez. They're going to count on the lefty used to be on the Astros. I don't think so. It's not happening. So at the price total, this is an absolute, no doubt in my mind, pass spot here. But maybe an overlook. Yeah, much love. Giolito. Holy hell. Okay, next game we got is Mariners versus Red Sox. George Kirby versus Rich Hill. George Kirby, I actually very much like. This will be his 3rd start in the major leagues. His last start, he did struggle. I think he pitched against the Mets, I want to say, his last start. It was his first road start, so he did struggle a little bit. But he did pitch pretty damn good again, He only had 1 strikeout. He allowed 1 earned run. Obviously, they had an error, so he gave up 3 runs total, but he only had 1 earned run. But then, against Tampa, his first start of the year, 6 innings, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and his minor league numbers are pretty damn good. The guy's strikeout numbers are through the roof. He struck out so many people in the minors. His whole career, he's striking out more than a batter per inning, almost a batter in a third per inning, strikeouts, and he got really pushed through the minors. He didn't pitch in 2020, 2019, 2021. Now it's 2022. He's in the majors, so he just really got pushed through. His ERA is phenomenal. His career ERA is 0.90 in professional baseball. In his 1 season in rookie ball, his AA, AAA, and he skipped all of AAA right to the majors. So the guy has really, really good stuff. And I think it does translate well. Now, the Red Sox have been hitting the ball really well as of late. First time they get to see this guy. Obviously, it is on the road again. And we got the old reliable freaking Rich Hill, 42-year-old Rich Hill going for the Red Sox. I mean, the guy has been smoke and mirrors the last 10 years. The guy had an ERA under 4. He just continues to get the job done. Doesn't have overpowering stuff. Hits the zone, pitches, keeps the ball down, and does his job. You can't really complain for what you get out of Rich Hill for how old he is and what we're getting in return. You can't really complain. Last 3 starts, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Time before that, 5 innings, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, no earned runs. in Baltimore. Start before that, 4 innings, no earned run, 4 strikeouts. Start before that against Tampa Bay, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, no earned runs. I mean, like, what are we doing here? This guy continues to get the job done and gets now a Seattle team who offensively is inept, basically. This team, the offensive side, definitely does not scare me. So I'm liking a first 5 under here. What time is this game? This game is at 7 o'clock at night. Rich Hill versus George Kirby. First 5 under at minus 105. Beautiful. DraftKings, BetMGM, both have it. First 5 under, 4.5, minus 105. Lock her in now. First 5 minus 105, under 4.5. Rich Hill, I mean, his numbers versus his team at 50 at bats, not crazy good, but the Mariners do not scare me offensive wise. So that'll be my second official play on this slate. Will be Mariners, Red Sox, first 5 under. Mariners, Sox, first 5 under, 4.5, minus 105. And you can get that either BetMGM or DraftKings. Second official play on the sheet. All right. Next game we got is D-backs Cubs. Zach Gallen versus Marcus. I blocked Joey on Twitter. Stroman. I mean, I'm probably not the only one he's blocked on Twitter. The guy blocks. If you say anything to him, the guy just blocks him. Anything you don't like. But, karma's a bitch. He walks around like he shit don't stink. His ERA's in the 5s. All right, buddy. He left the Mets, then he shit talked the Mets. The guy just, he's not a happy individual, which if you're in the major leagues, if I was in the major leagues, I would walk around with a smile on my face 24/7. He's got the best job in the world. He go out and play baseball. He gets to go out and start every 5 days. The guy doesn't even play every day. Every 5 days, he goes out there and throws. Like, are we kidding me, dude? Smile, bro. But here we go. Stroman, he pitched really good his last start against Milwaukee, and he lowered his ERA from 7 to 5. He had struggled against Atlanta. Tampa Bay gave up 7. He did pitch in Colorado, gave up runs, which, you could kind of throw that one out. And now he gets to come here at home, a guy that definitely prefers to pitch at home here. And his BVP, not much VVP either side. And Zach Gallen has pitched really good as well. The Diamondbacks are traveling from LA to Chicago here. That's why this is a late game. And Gallen 2-0 this year, 1.05 ERA. Obviously, we're going to have to check the wind at game time. That affects the under-over. That's why there is no under-over set in this game. I actually don't even have a money line in this game either. More than likely, that's why. They're trying to wait and see what the weather's like and whatnot. But I'll still run through it. Gallen has been phenomenal. He pitched against this Cubs team at home last start, 6 innings, 2 hits, only a solo homer, 9 strikeouts. Start before that, Colorado, 7 innings, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Miami, 6 1/3, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits, 6 innings against the Dodgers, 5 strikeouts, 5 innings against the Mets, 7 strikeouts. I mean, the guy has been absolutely phenomenal this year. And last year, he's pretty good as well. I think he had ERA in the 4s last year. Not terrible, but again, he pitched on a shitty team, so maybe the motivation wasn't fully there. His whip is great, striking out more than the batter per inning. This guy just barely allows runs. Like his starts before that, but when he was in Miami and he got traded to Arizona the first 2 seasons, he was phenomenal over there. ERA less than 3. And this guy, he's underlooked. Not many people say, hey, Zach Gallen, if you say top 40 starter in the major leagues, top 30 starter, is Zach Gallen in the conversation? Personally, in my conversation, he should be. But who else is saying that? Not many people even know Zach Gallen is this good, So at the line, obviously there's no lines here, but definitely Arizona or pass. Stroman is still a punk. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lance. At the line, it's Arizona or pass, but Arizona's bats, another hard team to back. Their bats are a hard team to back. I know they scored some runs. I think they just got swept by the Dodgers. Pretty sure they just got swept by the Dodgers. They're not playing terrible. Obviously, 18-21 on the year, but this is the Arizona Diamondbacks are pass. Obviously, it depends on the line. If we're getting the D-backs at plus 120 on the first 5, give me the D-backs plus 120 in the first 5. If that's where the line comes out. If it comes out D-backs, if it comes out even money, I'm not, as inclined. But if the Cubs are favored and, minus 140 on the first 5, give me the D-backs. All right. I don't really trust either bullpen, so I don't want any part of it. But give me the better starter and, a toss-up at the lineup there. All right. Last game of the night is Texas versus Houston. Glenn Otto versus Framber Valdez. Texas team, I haven't been on the right side of many of these Texas teams. It's a hard team for me to gauge. Very hard team to re-engage. On paper, I guess they're better than what they should be, but they're almost 500, which is decent, especially playing in that hard AL West. And then Houston just got rocked today. They played good I think they won 2 of 3 against Boston, coming back home here, Framber time. And Texas definitely struggles against lefties. But they are getting some production out of, guys we haven't really heard of. Joe Heim, Eli White. They got some guys that, not many people know that have been producing for this team and probably will be in the lineup a lot, especially because they're not getting shit out of Marcus Stroman, who they just paid a Chiefs ransom to. So they're going to need to get it out of them. But Framber time, a lefty. He has really good stuff. And he's pitched really well this year. He has 40 innings pitched, only 13 earned runs, 32 strikeouts. He has had a little trouble with the walks, but that comes with his territory. 2.93 ERA thus far, 1.28 whip. Definitely a guy I like to put my money on. Glenn Otto, on the other hand, I do have him on my fantasy team. Unfortunately, I thought he would be a little better than he is. He has pitched, I guess, not terrible in his first stint in the majors, but he did get blown up his last start against the Red Sox. 4 innings, 8 earned runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. His other starts really weren't terrible. He pitched 5 innings against Oakland, 4 innings against Houston, 5 innings against the Yankees. Only allowed a total of 5 runs in those 15 innings, in those 14 innings. I guess you could throw out the Boston start, not fully throw it out, but take it with a grain of salt, because every young starter is going to have a blow up, and that was it. He pitched at home against Boston. He had a blow up. His minor league numbers were rather good. This is his rookie year. I know he had some starts last year in the majors, but this is officially, I don't think he had enough service time or enough innings to be considered a rookie. So this is officially his rookie year. So I definitely expect some bumps in the road. And this Houston lineup, not a friendly team to pitch against for being a young guy, not really exactly knowing what you're doing. So let me see the line here. We got plus 175 on Texas. Houston on the comeback, minus 120. Minus 200, 120. What am I saying? Minus 200. Holy hell. Jesus. So yeah, it's Houston or pass, but this is an easy pass for me. No way am I betting Houston minus 200. I will never bet over minus 130. If there's people betting over, I'm telling you to bet over minus 130, long time they're losing. If they're betting over minus 130, long time they're a loser, because you're going to have to win 2 out of 3 bets or you're going to be a loser. So even first half, so first 5 minus a half, minus 135. Like, I can't do it. That would be the lean. Valdez first 5 minus a half, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not totally against, you want to take Houston first 5. You could probably get them first 5 over 2.5. I'm not totally against that pick, but that's really where we're at. Do you hate Stroman that much? I don't hate Stroman. He's just a punk. Is Houston a dome team? Houston plays good all over the place. Houston's a good team, I think. Richie Small says, smash the like button for the winners. Much love, Richie. 20 watching now. Appreciate you all. Imagine making millions. You have to block people on Twitter because you don't like what they say. Thin-skinned Stroman. I know. If you go and check how many people he's blocked, he has to have over like 5,000 people he's blocked. Like, I said one thing to him, he immediately blocked me. But, it is what it is. If you guys have any questions, now's the time. Best 2 bets. 2 bets I'm going to give out as my best bets. It is over full game in San Diego, Philly. Over 8 full game minus 110. And then Mariners, Red Sox, first 5 under 4.5. Sorry. Mariners, Red Sox, first 5 under 4.5, minus 105. And that's via DraftKings or BetMGM. Those are my 2 best bets. Let me say it again. Full game over San Diego, Philly 8. And that's via Caesars minus 110. Mariners, Red Sox, first 5 under 4.5, minus 105 via DraftKings or BetMGM. Favorite money line underdog bet. All right, let's check that out. I like that. Favorite money line underdog bet for tomorrow would be, I hate to say it, be Arizona, the Diamondbacks. Give me the Diamondbacks. I mean, depending on their line. See, the line's not out yet, so I'm not really sure, Richie. I'm not really sure, Richie, if they're going to be an underdog, but I would expect them to be an underdog. So give me Arizona. If they're not an underdog, next best would be Cincinnati. Next best would be Cincinnati and Mahali. Cincinnati or Arizona are my favorite two money line underdogs. This time to strike on the Orioles. Is this the time to strike on the Orioles? I would not bet the Orioles. If you want to bet against this Yankee team that's won 24 of the last 26, God bless. Last game of a series sweep. Yeah, the Yankees have been hotter than chicken shit. And that chicken shit is hot because this team doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. They just continue to win. But I would not take the Orioles. If you want, mine plus 200 though, I cannot, I can't talk you off betting a plus 200 dog. Especially in baseball, when the Orioles are still gonna, win 60 games this year. 65 games this year, maybe 70 games this year. So they're gonna lose 90, win 70, lose 95, win 65. Win 60, lose 100. So they're still going to win 60 games. So you got to pick at plus 200. I'm not totally against it. Strikeout props. Yeah. Strikeout props. I like that. I do like that. Strikeout props. Give me Framber, Valdez, and Kirby on the strikeout props. I don't exactly have their numbers, but Kirby, if you got Kirby at 3.5, fire. Kirby 3.5 over, fire. Because he only struck out one guy's last start. So that number might be low. That's my favorite probably. George Kirby. Strikeouts over. If you got a 3.5 number, please take that. That'll be my favorite. If someone could pull that up live, that would be great. DK has over 8 minus 105. San Diego, Philly. Much love, Richie. Much love, Ryan. Thank you for that. I'm going to check that number. I'm going to check that number on the strikeout pops, Richie. I'm going to check it right now. See if I can pull it up. Because if that's the case, I'm fucking going to fire on that too. Robert, thank you for hanging out, Robert. Much love, everybody. Thanks again. You guys are awesome. You guys are why I keep doing this. Otherwise, I would keep the winners to myself and the Run Pure Bet subscribers, The positive mojo in the chat, positive vibes from you guys are why I keep doing it. I don't think they have strikeout props out yet. Yeah, this book doesn't have strikeout props out yet. The props might not be dropped till tomorrow, Richie. So if you're a Run Pure Bet subscriber, you'll know if I add any strikeout props or add any other plays. Otherwise, I'll be back Sunday with JJ and Holden. We had a fun show last Sunday. A lot of fun. I swept the board, and we had a lot of fun. We were talking about Holden's love for porn, Holden love for sundresses. We had a lot of fun. But much love, everybody. Appreciate you all again. Jordan Elmore, thanks again, my guy. Much love. I am going to go to sleep. I'll be back Sunday and then again next Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, if you guys want to get in on the cards, High Stake Breaks on Instagram, make sure to follow us. Much love, everybody. Thanks again. Keep pushing. Let's go. Slow and steady wins the race. As I always say, this is a grind. I do this every single day, man. 162 game season every single day. It's a grind. There's going to be days where we win. There's going to be days that we lose. We just got to keep pushing, keep to the one unit, like I say, and long-term will be profitable. Thanks again, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Much love. Joeywerk's out. Peace.